Right, guys, good morning. I don't know where you're watching from. So this is Michael FX right here. Today I'm going to teach you guys a simple concept. That is exactly how you can know the direction of the market. As you can see here, I was able to catch these few trades just knowing the direction of the market and using my strategy because I use SMC to trade. So now, what's the first thing you need to know? What's the first thing you need to do as a forex trader each time you come into the chart? The first thing you need to do is know where the market is heading to. As you can see, I have my trend line drawn here. Overall, from the 1 day time frame, the market is on an uptrend. From the 4 hours time frame, you can see that there was a downtrend. That is a major downtrend on 4 hours time frame, and there was a break of that trend line. Okay, so now after the break of the trend line, I noticed that another uptrend is starting. Okay, that was what I noticed. So I was able to spot this on them. After this break of the trend line, you can start looking for entries. That is, you can start buying because already from the 1 day time frame, we're expecting a buy. So what do you need to do when you have all this confirmation? You are seeing break of structures. Okay, so if you check very well, this is a break of structure to the upside. Okay, so this is a break of structure, this is a break of structure right here. So you're already confirming now, you're already confirming that the market is what, trending upward. Now you know exactly what to do. You know that you should be looking for a buy position. You know that yes, I'm supposed to be buying. And what do? You go ahead and look for your confirmations entry. Now you can use anything to trade. I don't know which strategy you're using. For me, I'm using the SMC strategy. As long as you have confirmed this, now all you just have to do is follow your clear plan. Okay, you need to have a very clear plan, a mechanical plan that you always follow. Repeat the same thing over and over again. So you can see that all I just did was went to 1 hour time frame. Okay, so it's a 1 hour time frame that I look for my entries. I went to a 1 hour time frame, then I look for my entry. You can see this is a clear break of structure right here. This is our protected low. This is a break of structure right here. There was another break of structure, and this was the market inducement. This was the trap for buyers. A lot of people must have bought from this place here and got stopped out. So what happened next? The market came back to a valid POI, a valid point of interest, and then you can see that it bought all the way up to this point. The same thing happened again. The same thing happened again, and I just repeated the same thing. I saw that there was a lot of liquidity here. I guess a lot of people were trying to buy from the breaker block, but I knew that there was always going to be a trap, a liquidity sweep before this buy can continue. So you look for the other block that caused this break of structure, you wait for the market to sweep liquidity, and boom, your trade is going to go well. I also use support and resistance. For those of you that are not on my Telegram channel, you can go ahead and join my Telegram channel right now. So this is a trade right now on support and resistance. I'm looking on catching a very huge amount of pips from this trade here. So you can see that this is a very valid support and resistance level. Now, how do you know that support and resistance level is valid? You need to see some confluence, okay? And on that zone, they need to be CHoCH. If you have not seen CHoCH on that zone, you cannot trade it. So let me show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here. If you have not seen that, you can't trade it. So I'll go ahead now. I'm coming, guys. So I'm going to go ahead now and show you guys what I mean. So you can see this point where this is the touches I'm talking about here. You can see them. This is CHoCH, okay? This is CHoCH I'm talking about right here. This is the first one for the downside, second one for the downside, and the third one for the downside. Now, what am I looking at again? What am I looking at again? You can see that the market still came back after the fourth touch. After the third touch, it came back again, touch this our zone and fly up. Now it has come back to the zone again, and you can see that I'm having a very good risk reward ratio, and I'm expecting price to get to either of these levels right here. So if this is a good trade, it's definitely going to hit take profit. Of course, it will hit take profit, but I'm looking to take my profit at these levels right here. So I'll just watch market reaction. If the price eventually get to this point, then I take my profit. So all you just have to do is patience. I've been waiting for this setup for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks now. I've been waiting. This one happened right here, but I didn't see it. Okay, before I even came to the market, I saw that it has already gotten to this point somewhere around here. So you can't just do anything. You need to be patient. Again, like I said, you just have to be very patient in whatever you're doing. Yesterday, I think this should be BTC USD. I missed the trade. I missed the trade on BTC. This trade was supposed to be a sell from the breaker block. Okay, it was supposed to be a sell from breaker block, but although there was no clear liquidity, so I will not even take this trade. You need to always see a clear liquidity market coming out to take liquidity, something like this. Let me show you guys something like this. So you need to see clear liquidity. you need to see clear liquidity and another break of structure again. So you see something like this, the market come back to clear this liquidity out, you can take your trade. That is exactly how you go about it. Same thing like I told you guys about for your confirmation entry. All you need to know is the trend of the market. Let me go to 4 hours time frame and show you guys how I know that gold and BTC will start selling. BTC was on an uptrend from this very point right here. You can see that BTC is on uptrend, right? So the trend was broken, and after the trend was broken, what started happening? We started seeing a lot of buying pressure in the market. Many people are buying. Okay, so you need to always be on the right side. That is just it. You need to be on the right side. When others are buying, you need to be buying. Okay, when the big institutions are selling, you need to be selling. It's very, very easy. So this, the uptrend here, and you can see that the trend is broken. This is our change of character, and you need to still see a sweep of liquidity on your other block. Hope you understand me. There need to be a sweep of liquidity on your other block. Now, what do I mean by a sweep of liquidity on your other block? All you just have to do again is, let me go to a trade that I've already taken. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So take a look at this trade. Take a look at this trade. You can see that there are multiple weeks below here. Okay, there are multiple weeks below here. That means that the market was able to clear out liquidity before pushing up to the upside. I hope you understand me. The market was able to clear out and dish out some people before moving up to the upside. So you need to see that there was clear liquidity, that is sweep of liquidity in your valid order block before you can take the trade. Now take a look at this point that I mark as a trap. This is an order block, right? Some people will trade it, but is there liquidity here? There is no liquidity right here. There's no sweep of liquidity. So you can see that this order block is not valid. That is why the market just come back and swept this other block. Okay, because there is no clear sweep liquidity. Now this becomes the liquidity. That is exactly how you go about this. Know the market move structure, you need to know the trend. If you know the trend, know the market structure, you know exactly where the market is heading to. You look for your confirmations. Once you get them, you look for all the criteria you need to see before you enter a trade. Once you see this, that is it. You can enter the trade, and it's definitely going to play out in your favor. Very, very simple and very, very easy. So guys, I'll see you on our next video. And if you like this type of content, if you want more videos like this where I show you guys exactly how to trade, the kind of confluence I need to see before I enter a trade, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. Go ahead and comment what you want me to talk about on my next video so that I can make trading very easy for you.